What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Top 10 Central. We are always happy to have you joined us, and if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, now is a good time to do so. Do you live in New York or will be traveling to New York soon? Today, it's about experiencing New York City, the energy, the grit, the beauty of it all. We're talking iconic landmarks, hidden gems, and everything in between. If you're ready to truly experience the city that never sleeps, you better buckle up, because we're about to dive headfirst into the ultimate NYC bucket list. Let's go! All right, first up, we're headed to the top of the freaking world. Well, not really, but it sure feels like it from the top of the rock observation deck. This is, hands down, the best view of the city. You're looking down on the Empire State Building, Central Park, sprawling out before you like a green carpet. It's breathtaking. Now, I know what you're thinking. The Empire State Building has an observation deck too, right? Yeah, it does, but hear me out. From the top of the rock, you get the Empire State Building your photos. It's all about the angles, people. Plus, the energy up here is electric. Tourists from all over the world, buzzing with excitement, snapping selfies with the skyline. It's contagious, that feeling of being on top of the world. And don't even get me started on the sunset views. Seriously, words don't do it justice. Imagine the sky exploding in a million colors, the city lights twinkling below, pure magic. Look, I'm gonna level with you. This is a must-do. Don't even try to argue with me on this one. Just get yourself up there and thank me later. Next up, we're diving headfirst into the chaos, the madness, the heart of it all. Times Square, baby! This place is a sensory explosion in the best way possible. Giant billboards flashing, music blaring, people from all walks of life rushing by. It's a whirlwind. You'll probably feel a little overwhelmed at first, maybe even a little claustrophobic, but that's part of the experience. Embrace the chaos, let it wash over you. This is New York City in all its raw, unfiltered glory. Take a walk through the square, grab a slice of pizza from one of the street vendors. It's the best pizza you'll ever have, I swear, and just soak it all in. And if you're lucky enough to be here on New Year's Eve, forget about it. The energy is off the charts. Millions of people crammed together, counting down to the ball drop. It's an experience you won't forget. Look, Times Square is not for everyone, I get it, but it's a quintessential New York City experience. You can't say you've truly been to New York until you've braved the madness of Times Square. Okay, let's take a break from the hustle and bustle for a second and escape to a little slice of heaven in the middle of Manhattan, the High Line. This elevated park, built on old railroad tracks, is a breath of fresh air, literally. You've got lush greenery, stunning city views, art installations popping up along the way. It's the perfect place to escape the concrete jungle for a few hours. Take a stroll, grab a coffee and a pastry from one of the vendors, and just enjoy the scenery. It's amazing how peaceful and serene it feels up here, considering you're right in the middle of one of the busiest cities in the world. And the best part? The High Line is constantly evolving. New art installations, seasonal plantings, different events happening all the time. There's always something new to discover. Trust me, this is one of those hidden gems that will make you fall in love with New York City all over again. Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. A history lesson you won't forget. All right, time for a history lesson, but not the boring kind you slept through in school. We're talking about the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island, two iconic symbols of freedom and opportunity. First up, Lady Liberty herself. Take the ferry over to Liberty Island, climb to the top of the pedestal, or even the crown if you're feeling ambitious, and prepare to be blown away by the sheer scale of it all. Think about all the immigrants who sailed past this statue, their hearts filled with hope and dreams for a better life. It's a powerful experience, one that will stay with you long after you leave. And right next door, you've got Ellis Island, the gateway to America for millions of immigrants. Walk through the halls of the Immigration Museum, hear their stories, and imagine what it must have been like to arrive in a new country with nothing but the clothes on your back. It's a humbling experience, a reminder of the struggles and triumphs of those who came before us. Central Park, your oasis in the concrete jungle. Let's be real, you can't talk about New York City without talking about Central Park. This massive green oasis in the heart of Manhattan is a must-visit no matter what time of year. We're talking miles of walking and biking paths, sprawling lawns perfect for picnicking, iconic landmarks like Bethesda Terrace and Strawberry Fields. You could easily spend an entire day here and still not see everything. Rent a bike and explore the park's many hidden trails. Take a romantic rowboat ride on the lake, catch a free concert or Shakespeare in the Park performance. The possibilities are endless. And don't forget to people watch. Central Park is a melting pot of cultures, a microcosm of New York City itself. You'll see families picnicking, couples strolling hand in hand, artists sketching, musicians performing. It's a beautiful thing. So grab a coffee, find a bench, and soak it all in. This is Central Park, baby, and it's yours to enjoy. One World Trade Center and 9/11's memorial reflecting and rising above. This next one's a little more somber, but incredibly powerful. We're heading to the One World Trade Center and the 9/11's memorial, a place of remembrance and reflection. Start at the 9/11's memorial, where two massive reflecting pools stand in the footprints of the Twin Towers. Take a moment of silence, read the names of the victims inscribed in bronze, and remember those we lost on that tragic day. Then, head up to the One World Observatory at the top of the One World Trade Center. As you ascend 102 floors in a high-speed elevator, you'll be treated to a breathtaking time-lapse of the city's skyline, from its humble beginnings to the present day. And once you reach the top, wow! The views are simply incredible, stretching for miles in every direction. It's a powerful symbol of New York City's resilience, its ability to rebuild and rise above tragedy. This is a place everyone should visit at least once. It's a reminder of the fragility of life, the importance of unity, and the indomitable spirit of New York City. All right, let's switch gears and head over to Brooklyn, baby. We're talking about the iconic Brooklyn Bridge and the trendy neighborhood of DUMBO. First up, the bridge itself. Walking across the Brooklyn Bridge is a rite of passage for any visitor to New York City. It's a bit of a hike, but trust me, the views are worth it. You'll get panoramic views of the Manhattan skyline, the Statue of Liberty in the distance, the East River sparkling below. It's the perfect spot for some epic photos. Once you reach the Brooklyn side, make your way to DUMBO, which stands for Down Under the Manhattan Bridge Overpass. This once industrial neighborhood has transformed into a hipster haven, with cobblestone streets, art galleries, trendy boutiques, and some of the best pizza and ice cream in the city. Stroll along the waterfront, grab a coffee at one of the many cafes, and soak in the creative energy of this vibrant neighborhood. And don't forget to snap a photo of the Manhattan Bridge peeking through the archways. It's one of the most Instagrammable spots in the city. All right, let's talk entertainment, baby. Because no trip to New York City is complete without experiencing a Broadway show. From classic musicals like Phantom of the Opera and Chicago to cutting-edge new productions, there's something for everyone on the Great White Way. Get dressed up, grab some overpriced cocktails and snacks, and prepare to be transported to another world for a few hours. The talent on display is mind-blowing, the sets and costumes are spectacular, and the energy in the theater is electric. And don't think Broadway is just for theater geeks. There are plenty of family-friendly shows, hilarious comedies, and thought-provoking dramas to choose from. So check out the listings, grab some tickets, and experience the magic of Broadway for yourself. It's a night you won't forget. Okay, I know we talked about the Empire State Building earlier, but we're coming back to it because, well, it's the Empire State Building. This iconic skyscraper is a must-visit, even if you've already seen it from the top of the rock. There's just something about standing on that observation deck, feeling the wind in your hair, and looking out over the city that never sleeps. It's a view that never gets old, whether it's your first time or your 50th. And the best part? The Empire State Building's observation deck is open until late at night, so you can experience the city lights twinkling below. So grab a ticket, head up to the 86th floor, and channel your inner King Kong. This is New York City, baby, and you're on top of the world. All right, let's wrap things up with a culinary adventure through two of New York City's most vibrant neighborhoods, Little Italy and Chinatown. First up, Little Italy. This charming neighborhood is a feast for the senses, with the aroma of freshly baked cannolis and brewing espresso filling the air. Grab a table at one of the many sidewalk cafes, order a plate of pasta, and soak in the lively atmosphere. And don't forget to save room for dessert. A cannoli from Ferrara Bakery is a must-try. Next, we're heading to Chinatown, just a stone's throw away. This bustling neighborhood is a sensory overload in the best way possible, with colorful shops, exotic ingredients, and delicious food everywhere you look. Get lost in the maze of streets, sample dim sum at a traditional tea house, and haggle for souvenirs at the street markets. And if you're feeling adventurous, try some of the more unusual offerings, like stinky tofu or duck tongue. Hey, you only live once, right? So there you have it, folks. The top 10 things you absolutely have to do in New York City. From iconic landmarks to hidden gems, this list has got you covered. Now get out there, explore the city that never sleeps, and create your own unforgettable memories. And hey, while you're at it, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more travel tips and adventures, and let me know in the comments what your favorite NYC spots are. Until next time, keep exploring.